The Chiefs are back-to-back Super Bowl champions.
I think the biggest thing that you want to see from the Chiefs is tackling, because again, they don't get to practice that a bunch, but just coming out of his training camp, obviously Coach Reed runs a pretty serious training camp. So hopefully the tackling translates. The biggest thing to me is going to be when they get into that situation where, and it's going to come, where they're zone read and Lamar is sticking the ball in Henry's belly, and you don't know if he's going to leave it there or he's going to take off and run himself. So that I think is where they might have an advantage. But if the Chiefs can kind of get that piece of it under control, they can probably force them into a passing game. And we saw what happened in the championship game when that happened, right? Yeah. On offense, I would say the Chiefs want to threaten as much as they can downfield, but don't get arrogant with it and just say, we're going to prove a point, no matter how, you got too high and they're backing up at the snap. We're still going to throw it deep. And I think they kind of learned their lesson with that years ago from Patrick's sake. I would say they need to get Pops going right away. I truly believe he's in for a monster year. And I think if they give him an opportunity and get some good run action going, that's going to bode well. And then finally, red zone. Has the running game graduated to the point where they don't have to revert to a lot of like trick plays, and kind of reverses and all sorts of different things? Now, there's nothing wrong with that. But if you're able to, get first downs running the ball, once you get inside the 25, 20-yard line, whether it's Steele, P. Ryan, Pops, whoever, they can do, again, that would bode well for them moving forward. And then the Ravens won't have much of an answer at that point. But yeah, that's kind of where I see the keys on both sides.
Just control the line of scrimmage for me. Just control the line of scrimmage for the Chiefs. Because if they can be able to run and use Pop, be able to run the ball, you know what I'm saying, sustain some stability in that position, I think the Chiefs would be just fine. Just protect Mahomes, keep him upright. Again, they want Pop to really be that guy to where he can be like another a Westbrook, come out the backfield, can catch passes, you know what I'm saying, take the pressure off Mahomes a little bit. So I see that. At the end of the day, I do see, Pop really getting off this year. But again, it's going to take the protection up front, you know what I'm saying, to seal the deal for me.
Right.
But looking at talking about Isaiah Pacheco, you got P. Ryan coming from the Bengals. Clyde Edwards-Helaire on the injury reserve that we already know of. His big key additions coming to the team, coming out the backfield, playing that mechanic role. What do you think about this, Nick? What do you think his role is going to be on for tomorrow night?
Well, I think, he's going to probably be that third down back until Pacheco can prove that he can do that. And they obviously, I think there's a 25, 30 touch limit for Pacheco for tomorrow night. I think P. Ryan's going to get maybe about 10 or 12 chances out there to do something. But, he's so good at yards after the catch. He's a great blocker. So he's an extra protector for Mahomes. He's different. He's not Jet McKinnon. So let's be clear. He has speed, but he's got a little bit more girth. He's got a killer beard, man. But he's definitely somebody who fits the Chiefs' pursuit. Andy said he's going to play. And as the season evolves and we get into that, as Lou mentioned, the red zone offense, I think he's a guy who's going to be extremely productive there, and a guy who's got starting, experience where Carson Steele doesn't, and he can back up Pacheco, effectively. So listen, I think this is a terrific signing by the Chiefs. It made a lot of sense, and he's younger than McKinnon. He's played, for a couple of good, one good team in the Bengals and another not so good team with the Broncos, who's probably hungry to play with a good team again. So Andy's going to use him a lot, I think.
I agree. I definitely agree.
Yeah, they were kind of lucky that he was available.
Yeah,
right. Because they've got some younger backs in Denver, and maybe that was their way of kind of giving him an opportunity to go somewhere else because they're going to go with their younger players. And it's, again, when you're in a position like the Chiefs where you're just adding pieces that don't necessarily have to be like, a big contributor, but have that ability that when you do get your chance to make some big plays. I think this is again another master stroke for our guy Brett Veach.